Morning campers, another weekend is here and it's another weekend of van build. So a quick recap on what we did last week. It was mainly electrics. We got the lights working and we sorted out where the battery was going, and we fitted the DC to DC charger. During the week I have wired in the isolator and the fuse box, and last night I even managed to wire up the fan and get that started, so that was an exciting bit. During last week's video you'll have seen, if you bothered to watch it, but no guilt there, don't worry about it. Sharon was having ideas on how to create a template for the cab entrance area, if you like, with the box overhead. She's altered her ideas slightly but come up with a better idea, and we might actually do that as a separate video, or I might include it on this depending on how much this one has, but it's very good. It's looking really good at the minute.
So I had a brainwave. I'm not cutting out the template for the side panels on the van, you know, around the cab area, in wood, in that plywood stuff, that stuff. Instead, I've used that, and what I've done is that. Looks much better. I'm going to directly stick down me arty-farty doodles on it and build it up, and it'll be rock solid by the time I'm finished with it. So, rock and roll. So there you go, this is what it looks like so far. Once it dries, all the glue dries clear, be rock solid. Obviously we're going to finish off the edges with a nice edging, and I don't know, I think it looks good. See what it looks like when I get to the other end.
There's the boy, enjoying his walk. Well, he's not actually, he's itching for us to get moving, but I'll move in a minute. You can hear the birds. Haven't seen any deer as yet, but we'll keep our eyes out for them. So what we're going to do this weekend is to continue with the battening and where we left off. Finish off the ceilings, now I've done the wiring, and crack on putting panelling down the sides of the van. That's the plan, but as ever it may change once we get into it, so you'll just have to follow along. And don't forget, if you like it, thumbs up. If you want to see more, well, you can look at the ones you've already missed, or you can subscribe and you'll see the ones that are coming up. What else can you do? Comment would be nice. Are my skills getting better at videoing? Am I becoming a better dog walker? He's just wanting to walk. There's nothing to see here. Right, so we shall go. Bye. Deer, first of the day. In the field looking at me. Let's zoom in, there you go. And there they're on. What have you done?
I did that. Stuck some stickies on the thing like that. These are all my doodles that if I'm sitting watching something on the iPad, I like to sit and draw, and I just sit and do shapes, and I've done it for years. So I've got loads of sketchbooks like that. So I cut them out and I like stick them onto stuff like bookcases and furniture and etc. And so now we've thought I'd do it on the van rather than using the plywood. I use the foil insulating stuff to pack out the side, it was a lot easier to manipulate rather than trying to use plywood, because it just doesn't bend, and there's like lots of funny little shapes on this bit. I don't know where the original sort of whatever was there, but it wasn't there. But I've got some edging as well, edge trim, to sort of neaten it up once it's done, so it's all under there, it'll be a nice little edge. And now it's like rock. It's actually quite good. So if I put another coat on, a couple of coats of PVA, it'll be rock solid. So I've just got to continue around the door frame and do that side and do a little bit here, and then finish off the edging with a nice neat edge.
Well,
yeah,
jolly good.
the only thing I should have done is lined the inside of the van before I did all this on the outside, so it's going to be a bit tricky, like lining the inside with just a tiny little gap. Never mind, but there's a big built-in fridge there if you want it, like, I suppose. Cool box. Right.
Start of the day. Where did we get up to last week? Well, by the end of last week, Sharon had done all that, which a lovely bit of mould and follows the contours brilliantly. She's going to do that bit sometime this weekend. I got the electrics to the stage where we've got the battery in, we've got the isolator in and the fuse box in, and last night I wired in the fan and that works lovely. And the other thing we did was made a huge mess. So I think the first job is to tidy up. Can you bloody hear that? It's snowing, hailstone. It's freaking freezing in this van. Oh, playboy. Yeah, ball. Hey, dog. Hey, dog, hey, ball. Ready? A dog that doesn't chase a ball. Go on. Ready? Ben. Ready? 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 One more. No, true. Ready? Give that a it. Oh, morning campers. It's a cold one today, but it's got some potential to be quite a nice day. It's just starting off as a frosty day. Right, van build. What did we do yesterday? We did finish off one side of the ceiling and try to figure out how we were going to curve the tongue and groove cladding down to the side. Taking a lot of finessing, but I think we've got the answer, and you'll probably see it, well, whether you see it today or not I don't know, but Sharon has come up with some good ideas on how we can sort of blend it in, and her artwork's going to look really good in there. Today I want to see if I can figure out how to box in one of the small windows. Me thinking being once we get one side figured out, this other side should be quite easy. So that's what I'll do today. And hopefully I'll show you a bit more vid. We haven't filmed much because it's been really slow trying to figure out how to go around the curves. but I'll try and get a bit more done today. So yesterday Sharon stuck more of the sofa up. We've got that looking really solid and hard. We've finished off the ceiling at this side and figured out how to curve it down. We just basically glued it, top and bottom. It will be blended in with the artwork. What I want to do now, before we go any further on that side, is figure out the window. So I'll stick some buttons up to try and frame it, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so what I'm doing at the minute is screwing in vertical buttons for the cladding, and when we need to attach some cupboards. I am pocket holing downwards into the cross battening and metal tapping, metal self-drilling screws into the metal behind. I have got a little bit of wood behind there just to make sure it doesn't go into, because this is only thin metal, just to make sure it doesn't go into any wires or anything. And I'm spacing them, I think about 4 up here I'll do, but basically there's your batten. I'll screw it down below, screw it in above, and put a bit of metal, put a wood behind. Where's me bit of wood? Oh dear me. Bit of plywood just behind, just so the screw which goes through the wood, through the metal, doesn't puncture any wires. It shouldn't do, because I've checked the sizes, but it's just in case. Crack on with that and be back. So there's the battens up, the uprights up, the uprights up. Yeah, does that make sense? Anyway, I've just laid the shelf in to give it a look. Next bit is I'm going to start cladding, tongue and grooving. Okay, so that's the end of the day, end of the weekend. We've finished off the ceiling on the left hand side. It just needs painting, and we've done the top end and framed the window at the end. Sharon's going to put a art all around the silver paper there, like it has there. She's also now done inside there, which is good, and she's put the silver paper around here. So we've made a bit of progress. It was a lot of faff, but I think it looks quite good, and it looks really good when it's painted. I'm really impressed with the way the window with the ledges worked out. So we'll try and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so as usual, if you've liked this, subscribe. Leave a comment by all means, any questions, or, well, any comments I'll answer. And I'll leave you to it. Have a nice week. Bye bye.